Good day, everyone. I'm Jasmine Timbal, and today I'll be presenting my peer documentation and reflection on event-driven programming projects. For this task, I observed three of my classmates' Java AWT projects across different days. My goal was not just to describe the projects, but also to analyze how they applied Java AWT components, GUI design, and event-driven programming techniques. In this presentation, I'll walk you through each project, starting with its overview, then highlighting the components used, the layout, and the events or functionalities. This is the three project system that I documented. First is the utility billing system. Second is the job portal system. And third is the Shanbog fashion sales and management system. The first project I documented was the utility billing system, presented by Almer Belenson on day one. Almer's project is the utility billing system built in Java AWT. The module allows administrators to quick stats, revenue, customers, bills, pending payments. Second is to configure system name, currency, billing cycle, late fees, grace periods, and notification, and managing password changes and enabling disabling two-factor authentication to or 2FA. So the admin dashboard gives a quick summary of revenue, customers, bills, and pending payments. So this kind of dashboard is very useful in a real-world applications because it saves time. Instead of browsing multiple menus, and the admin can immediately see the overall status. Aside from that, the projects also had system settings where admins can configure the system name, billing, cycles, currency, and late fees. One interesting feature is the security settings, where administrators can update passwords and even enable or disable two-factor authentication or 2FA. So that really shows how the project considered not only functionality but also data security. Almer used the following AWT components. So first is the frame, the main application window. Panel used as container panels. Label for titles, instruction, and hints like change password. Checkbox for enabling, disabling two-factor authentication. Text field for entering a new password. Button for saving settings and navigating back to the dashboard. And status label displays feedback messages dynamically. One nice touch here was the status label, which gave feedback messages like settings saved successfully. That improves user experience because it tells the admin if the action worked or not. For the GUI layout, the navigation sidebar was on the left, while the dashboard used a grid layout to show statistics in a card-style format. So the system settings and security settings were aligned in a grid-like arrangement, making the input fields were organized. So this is important because admins need to handle a lot of information and good alignment makes the interface easier to use. In terms of events and functionalities, this project made a good use of listeners. Action listeners were used for buttons such as save, back, and log out. Item listeners track checkboxes and drop-downs, for example, with enabling or disabling 2FA. And key listeners validated input and text fields to make sure the user typed correct values like fees or passwords. What I like here is that the project showed how different types of listener can work together. Action listeners for actions, item listeners for options, and key listeners for input validation. This makes the program responsive and user-friendly. The second project I observed was the job portal system, presented by IG Manganimba on day 2. So IG's project is the job portal admin system built using Java AWT. It allows administrators to log in with credentials, manage and edit profile details, register and view users, and view, filter, and search available job postings. The login page requires the admin to enter a username and password before accessing the system, which is very standard and important feature. Once inside, the dashboard allows the admin to view quick statistics and update profile details like name and email. Another important feature is the user management panel, where new users can be registered and existing user can be listed. Finally, the job posting panel lets the admin search, filter, and view jobs by category, which is useful for large job databases. So IG used the following AWT components. Frame, main application window. Panel organizes sections like login panel, dashboard, users, jobs, navigation bar. Card layout switches between different panels like 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 login, dashboard, users, and jobs. Label for titles, file names, and job or user descriptions. Text field input fields for login, profile details, user registration, and job search. Button for actions such as login, save profile, register user, filter, reset, and navigation. List displays registered users and job listings. Choice a drop-down menu for filtering job types. Dialog a pop-up messages for alerts, confirmations, and validations. In terms of GUI layout, the project had a pink theme navigation bar at the top. So the login page used grid bug layout, which aligned the username and password neatly. The dashboard used a grid to show profile data and quick stats. The user management panel showed the registration form on the left and the list of users on the right, which made it visually balanced. Finally, the jobs panel had a search bar, a filter drop-down, and a results list arranged in a flow layout. The event-driven programming in this project was very well designed. Action listeners were applied to buttons for logging in, saving profile, updates, registering users, and filtering jobs. Item listeners were used in the drop-down menu for job categories. So when the user changed the category, the list updated automatically. Key listeners were added to the job search field so that pressing the enter key triggered a search. Window adapter handled the closing of the window, ensuring that the program ended properly. And finally, dialog boxes give feedback like login successful or no results found, which made the system very interactive. I was impressed by how this project combined multiple listeners, making it a good demonstration of event-driven design. The third project I documented was Shanvogue, Fashion Sales and Management System, presented by Shane Andoy on Day 10. Shane's project is the order tracking system built using Java AWT. It allows users to track and view the status of their orders, filter orders by delivery status, submit complaints or requests through the Help Center, and rate products and write reviews after purchase. The order tracking form lets users check the progress of their orders, whether it's packed, shipped, or delivered. They can also take actions like canceling orders or rating products. The Help Center form allows users to submit complaints or requests. Finally, the product review form Let's user rate items and give feedback, which can help improve service quality. Shane used the following AWT components. Frame, used as the main window for each form. Order tracking form, help center form, and product review form. Panel, for grouping UI elements, like tap navigation bar, order cards, and buttons. Label, displaying text such as order details, titles, and status. Button, for actions like rate, help and complain, cancel, submit, and back. Choice, a drop-down selection for status filters and rating options. Text area, for typing reviews and complaint messages. Dialog for confirmation and success messages. The GUI layout had a top bar with filters, an orders panel showing cards for each order, and forms for complaints and reviews. The use of panels to display orders as cards was a smart design choice because it mimics how modern e-commerce platforms display order details. In terms of events and functionalities, the system used action listeners to handle button clicks, such as submitting a review or canceling an order. This also opened new forms like the Help Center. Item listeners for the status filter dropdown, which dynamically updated the orders display. This and this project showed how event-driven programming allows for interactive experiences where every button and dropdown directly responds to user actions. And after documenting these three projects, I realized how important event-driven programming is in building interactive software. The utility building system focused on admin management and security. The job portal system emphasized user interaction and data handling. And Shenvogue focused on customer engagement and service quality. Even though all three projects use Java AWT, each one applied it differently depending on the purpose. But they all had in common was their use of AWT components, structured layouts, and multiple listeners to make their systems functional. In conclusion, this documentation activity helped me develop a critical eye for analyzing GUIs and event-driven designs. It showed me that beyond just coding, developers must also think about usability and organization and user experience. So that ends my presentation. Thank you.